Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. I'm the brother of Sharban Yasha, Great Millstone Church of DC, coming at you with a lesson, mobile lesson. Today's lesson is about Revelation chapter 1 and verse 15 in the AMP. As I was reading the scriptures, Spirit came on me to make a lesson about this because I believe, and I'm under the belief that Revelation chapter 1 through verse 15 in the AMP is low-key going off with the color of the only begotten Son. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it in the KJV and I'm going to read it in the AMP. Okay, and then I'm going to explain. So this is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, okay, as if they burned in the furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Okay, so fine brass before it is burned in the furnace comes is like us. It's not burned yet, it's not finished. Now when you put it in a furnace, it comes out looking like a dark brown color, like almost like a chocolatey color. Okay, when you finish, it's like a dark penny, right? Now in the AMP, it's saying his feet were burnished like it's her feet. Salaki, his feet were like burnished. In brackets, it says white hot bronze, refined in a furnace, and his voice was powerful like the sound of many waters. Now, when bronze is white hot, it's glowing, right? When bronze is white hot, it is glowing. What they're trying to do here is they're trying to get away from the fact that Yahawashi is a dark-skinned man. Okay? Now, the tribe of Judah, which is where the tribe that Yahawashi is from, he sprang out of Judah. That's who we call the African-American Negro today, right? The so-called black man, right? Now, they're trying to say that he is not a black man with this translation. But it takes the Spirit to really determine if something is going off. That's why discernment is very important. So let me get a supporting precept, and I have Revelation chapter 2 and verse 18. Scroll on down. Right? Because it's saying the same thing. Right? And I'm going to read it in the KJV. And it says, unto the angel of the church of Thyatira, write, these things saith the Son of God, who hath eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. And it's talking about his skin color when it says his feet. Let me read an AMP. And to the angel of the church in Thyatira, write, these are the words of the Son of God, who has eyes like a flame of fire, and whose feet are like burnished white hot. Notice it's sticking with that white hot bronze. Let me show you what white hot bronze looks like. Let me make sure this is recording. Let me show you what white hot bronze looks like. Now, when it's showing white hot bronze, it's showing that is glowing or is silver. And that's funny because this tanning lotion pops up, white to bronze. Okay, so that should tell you something. Dark tanning lotion. Okay, it's darkening hot tanning lotion. Go 3 shades darker and 3 times hotter instantly. Right? Clear that they think that having this darker skin is attractive, that they want to have it so bad. Okay, they want that birth. It shows that they want that birthright. Anyways, the Edomite is not comfortable in his own skin, man. I couldn't live like that. But it's showing that that's white hot, okay? Let me show you what bronze really looks like. Burned bronze skin. You see that burned bronze against the skin of a so-called black man, right? So what they're trying to show you is that it's not this, it's this. They're trying to show you that it's this. They're trying to get away from the fact. See, look, even when you cast bronze, when you cast it, it still comes out looking like that. So there's no way around it. You can try to twist it in the words of you can twist the words of the scriptures, but you can't get away from the truth. And the truth is that Yahawashi is a so-called black man. He's a dark-skinned man. Let me go to Daniel chapter 10, verse 5 and 6, because y'all know I got to have my notes. And this one's going to be quick because I'm mobile at the plantation. Okay. This is Daniel chapter 10, verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed with linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like beryl, and beryl is a emerald-like gem. Emerald is the gemstone of Judah. Put it together, okay? And his face as the appearance of light opening of Salakia, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms as his feet, and his feet like in color to polished brass, and his voice of the words like the voice of a multitude. Right? Let me read that again in the AMP, verse 6. His body was also like beryl. His face had the appearance of lightning. His eyes were like flaming torches. His arms and his feet like the gleam of burnished bronze. Remember that burnished bronze we talked about. And the sound of his words like the noise of a multitude. Okay, you get the point that even still, his skin color is like burnished bronze, and his gemstone was that beryl, right? So if the so-called black man is the tribe of Judah's gemstone is emerald, beryl is a emerald-like stone. Okay? Let me go over to my last precept, and let me actually give you more context. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verses 1 and 2. Because I'm going to show you that this was a famine during the time of Jeremiah, right? It was happening to Judah. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 1. The word of the Lord power that came to Jeremiah concerning the Darth. Darth is a famine, okay, is a drought. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. AMP. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning the drought. Judah mourns, and her gates languish. Her people sit on the ground in mourning clothes, and the cry of Jerusalem gone up. Now, when there's a drought amongst brown people, they will hyperpigment. Hyperpigmentation will take place. Hyperpigmentation is when your skin gets darker due to some sort of deficiency. In this case, there's a drought going on and malnutrition. I Googled, can malnutrition cause hyperpigmentation? And Google says yes. Malnutrition and specific nutrient deficiencies, which at the time, and it's going to come again, right? Which was just food. This is lack of food. When you lack food, you're going to lack nutrients for your body to process those nutrients and keep your body running, such as vitamin B12. It says a lack of vitamin B12 as well as is a well-known cause of dark patches or diffuse pigmentation, frequently appearing on the knuckles, the hands, knuckles, nail beds, and oral mucosa. Right? So when you lack that vitamin and you lack nutrients, it's going to cause hyperpigmentation on certain areas of your body, okay? And I just wanted to make this lesson to show that Revelation, the translation, the AMP translation of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 15 is, I believe it's gone off when it says white hot, because it's trying to get away from the fact that Yahawashi is a dark-skinned man, right? And I hope that you were edified by this lesson, Adawan Ratazah, because I got to get going. We at the plantation. Adawan Ratazah, you were edified by this lesson. If I'm wrong, I do look for correction. Again, the Wadi Yahawashi Al-Shah for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. And until next time, Shalom. Call Allah Yahawashi Al-Shah.